My main, I would say, ethnic heritage is Native American. I don't know a thing about it. I don't know who or what tribe, who, I just know the people are there. So therefore, I don't identify anywhere, and I don't feel a part of anybody.
That was one of the reasons you came to the group, to identify more and to get more clearer sense of who am I, Nadine. And it's kind of very, confusing to you in terms of who am I, and getting more clarity about that. So I hope you do more work. I hope you take time to and hopefully as a result of the group, you get a bit more clarity of how you want to see yourself. But there was one thing that Vivian was saying in terms of protecting your culture and being very careful. And I heard you say that earlier about certain things you're not willing to say because you're concerned how you're feeding a stereotype.
For me, I feel that I try to balance myself, between two cultures, and I find that by learning more about different cultures, I might be able to understand more about myself. And this is not my own struggle, but other people have the same struggle also.
Mm-hmm. Well, when I try to share with other people how I have come to being where I am today, and that I'm the, first person in my family to go to college, and I get comments and looks like, well, being black, you come from an ignorant bunch of people anyway.
I often find myself also challenging kind of those stereotypes. That when I tell people that I'm a graduate student, they don't believe it. They probably think I should be mowing lawns or doing something like that. And it's a difficult stereotype to kind of put behind me, so I can really relate to what you're talking about. Not too many Latinos go to graduate school or become professionals, so I'm by myself. I'm kind of lost, kind of like Nadine. I don't know my identity.
The concern about judgments and stereotypes continues to be a theme in the group.
But one other thing I think that you had addressed a while ago is in terms of being very quiet and hesitant to talk about certain issues in your life, and because we will all judge and say, we were all right. You were right about that.
Exactly.
They're all black people, all Mexican people, all Chinese people, whoever. They are all this, all Germans are this, and we need to protect our culture. And our disclosure will dishonor them. And that addresses a little bit what you're saying, your real hesitation of dishonoring your family by talking. And I would hope that any one of you, as you're talking, will have that strong sense and that strong message. You do not talk about problems in public. It is not for you so much when you're here in a group to talk about the people in your life. And I want to be very careful how much I challenge you to talk about your family. That's not my job. I'm here to have you talk more about you and how you're being affected in your life and things that you want to deal with in your life and how you want to be different in your life and what are your goals for you, for this group. And I would want any one of us to respect anyone and not push them to disclose things about the family or ask a lot of questions about that.
Well, I was in a group once before, and I mentioned the fact that as a child I was spanked, and immediately everybody started talking about abuse and how in my culture people abuse their children.
Right. See, and that's what I'm talking about, is about you disclosing that. It's not just about you, it's made about an entire culture. And that's more that point we're saying.
It is not uncommon for group members to seek answers from the leader, whom they perceive as the expert.
And I kind of feel that I'm the only one here who's Asian, and I don't really connect with anyone here either.